Evan Urbina, men's tennis coach at the Academy. Thanks for taking the time. And how's the team shaping up? Blue, silver, what's going on?
Yeah, we had our blue silver. Tyler and Langdon, I think both those guys really stood out to me. Tyler's playing some good tennis, and he's been working hard. He's been a guy that's been in our doubles lineup, just outside of our singles lineup, but I know he really wants it, and so he's been pushing the team, and I appreciate that. Langdon, he's kind of tough because he stays calm. He's pretty quiet, but he's got some big shots. He plays great defense. So if you're not having a good day, he'll be a tough guy to beat. So I've been impressed with both those guys.
Talk to me about your captain, AJ, and how he kind of got into this captaincy.
Yeah, AJ's been an energy leader for our team, which I really appreciate. I think he kind of embodies what I want in Air Force tennis players, which is we may not have the biggest serves, biggest forehands, all that, but we have a lot of heart and we compete well and we're fighters. And I would take those guys any day of the week, and I think those are the types of players we have on this team. AJ's a great leader. He didn't play his freshman year. He was kind of in and out of our lineup, but mostly out. And so a guy that works hard and is coachable, those are really important things. I think he's done that over the course of his career. And, for me, I was in a great situation where I had three guys that all could have been the team captain. And all of them would do a great job. And so it was a really tough decision, but at the end of the day, we went with AJ. But Phil and Jack, incredible leaders, and they've given a lot to this program. So I'm really grateful because I'm lucky in that way.
Seems like you have a great core of guys this year. Going to start this weekend against Nevada, heading over to Reno. Talk to me about what you want to see from this group as you head out there.
Yeah, it's our first tournament. We're playing against Reno, conference opponent, and UC Davis, future conference opponent, in Reno. So there's some altitude there. I think just looking for our guys to get into matches, and just to problem solve. That's what tennis is all about. You got to be resilient. I think on a day that you win, you're winning just over half of the points, 54% maybe. And so that means you're losing quite a few points. And how do you bounce back? How do you respond to getting broken? How do you close out matches when you're ahead? Those are important questions. And really what we're looking for is for each player to kind of refine their own identity and how it is that they best win. So basically, if I'm watching video or I'm scouting, I'm looking at our players just in terms of what is the most common type of way that you win a point, outside of the missed return or something like that. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for great energy. It is like a hidden duel, which just means we'll have all these matches going on at once. And so encouraging each other, especially if you're feeling like you're struggling, which often happens in the very first tournament of the year. So, just kind of getting outside of your own head and encouraging your teammates, and then, doubling back down with your focus and getting after it.
Fall season's a little weird, but of course it always means the Bedford Cup as well. How are things coming along? And I don't want to look too far ahead, but are we going to be ready for that?
Yeah, next weekend, Bedford Cup. It's a tournament we've been hosting for a while. We're super excited about it. I told the guys, I want to win doubles this year. Last year was the first time we had won one of the draws, and we actually won two. Urgin and Alec won their draws. So doubles we haven't won yet. We've been putting in a lot of work on the practice court and doubles just to refine some things and actually get guys out of their comfort zone. So that's been a challenge, but I've really appreciated the guys being willing to learn and grow in that way and do some things that they might not be as comfortable with. Moving more at the net, more I formation, serving and volleying sometimes. So,
perfect. Evan Urbina, thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Appreciate your time, and thanks for all you do for us.